Well, howdy there, Internet people. It's Bo again. So, today we are going to talk about Louisiana and maps and a unique situation that is developing in Louisiana about a news item that we kind of thought was done, but it is definitely going to come back into the news in a big way because of recent developments. Okay, so a real quick recap on this. Louisiana congressional maps, they had an issue. And that issue was that, they were gerrymandered. Okay? And basically, the courts told Louisiana, hey, you need to fix your maps. You have diluted the power of the black vote. Normal stuff that you hear about all the time. Now, under normal circumstances, especially in the South, when this occurs, it's at this point that the Republican Party loses their mind, starts screaming about going to the Supreme Court and states' rights and all of this stuff, or they just flat out ignore the ruling. That's just what normally happens. Republicans in Louisiana, they were kind of like, okay, fine, I guess we have to create another majority black district. And then they did. It wasn't ideal. The map wasn't ideal. It did not look like any of the sample maps, but they did, in fact, create another majority black district. And then they passed it. It went through the House, it went through the Senate, and the governor signed it. So you would think that would be the end of it. 12 people who are, I believe, described as non-African American voters. I think that's actually how they're described in the suit. They took the new map to court, alleging that it was bad too, that it violated. I think they said it violated the Voting Rights Act. Basically, kind of suggesting that maybe it was racially gerrymandered against white people, maybe? I really don't understand the exact suit. But the court agreed. The court agreed and said that the new map with the second majority black district, well, that one, you can't use that one. Now, that new district, it is almost certainly going to be a Democratic win. The Republican Party loses a seat in the House because of this. So you would expect Republican politicians in Louisiana to kind of be like, well, okay, but apparently not. Early indications in their statements, it certainly appears that Republican politicians in Louisiana are going to fight in favor of the map that has the second majority black district. The Attorney General said something to the effect of course, we will seek Supreme Court review. So it appears that the Republican Party is going to fight in favor of the non-gerrymandered, less gerrymandered map. Not a sentence I ever thought I'd say. That's what's going on. You can take a guess as to why they're behaving in this way. Maybe it's just, old political reflex that's saying the feds aren't going to tell us how to draw our maps or something like that. Or maybe they're worried that if the federal government does start to draw up the map, it will look more like the sample map rather than the one that they approved, and that might hurt them a little bit more. And by hurt them, I mean the incumbents. I don't know that it would really alter the makeup of the partisan divide that goes to the House, but it might hurt the incumbents. It's unique, and here's the thing. May 15th, Louisiana has to know which map to use by May 15th. So, what occurs from here? My guess is there's probably going to be a direct appeal to the Supreme Court sometime in the next 8 or 9 days. And that will try to get some kind of stay and allow them to use the map that has the second majority black district. If I had to guess, based on the early statements from Republican politicians, that's probably the move. And then where it goes from there, I don't have a clue. The standard way this stuff plays out in the South, none of the normal dynamics are at play here. You actually have both the Republican Party, members of the Republican Party at least, and the Democratic candidate or the Democratic representative from Louisiana are both saying that the most recent ruling was bad. So, yeah, this is one to watch. It's probably going to get a bunch of coverage because realistically, this map, it's probably going to decide which party gets a seat. And with the way the House is divided right now, everybody's going to be fighting for every seat they can get. Anyway, it's just a thought. Y'all have a good day.